Some people enjoy the beach, some people enjoy the mountains. For me, it takes about 2.5 hours and I'll be in my happy place. Got to be the greatest Mopar show anywhere in the world. You'll see everything here from pre-war to post-war to forward look to muscle, full-size 70s, you'll get into the 80s, late models, you'll get trucks, and an incredible car corral too. But regardless of which is your favorite era, there's no question Chrysler took some crazy risks in some of their design choices over the years. Some of those designs turned into instant icons, others, utter embarrassments. And so this is my list of some of the most outrageous designs that I've seen at this year's Chrysler at Carlisle show. Number 5, headlight design. In 1957, Chrysler was the style leader with fresh, innovative, and creative styling, and even earned the Motor Trend Car of the Year award for the entire Chrysler lineup. But by 1961, when the rest of the U.S. car industry had moved on with slab sides and clean lines and simple shapes and no fins, the entire Chrysler lineup went straight up crazy in their design. This 1961 Imperial, for instance, had chromed freestanding headlight pods for both the high and low beams, attached right to the header panel behind the front bumper. The 61 Chrysler went with canted headlights, with a trapezoid grille, and with a massive wraparound bumper with what looks like winglets on the ends. For 1962, Dodge tried canted headlights but inverted the idea with a slant leading towards the center of the car. For 63, designers softened the look somewhat, and by 1964, the Chrysler lineup took a more mainstream look that competed better with the designs from Ford and GM. The Dodge truck lineup, however, they weren't immune to the wildness either. Starting with the 1965 models, headlights were accentuated with large pie dishes headlight rings that served no other purpose than purely cosmetic. With the grille below the headlights, the whole front end resembled the face a bug might make right before it smacks a windshield. Or maybe the look was just inspired by a famous puppet from the era. Number 4, graphics. There was a time when the only graphics you'd find on the car were the engine call-out on the air cleaner. But Dodge and Plymouth took graphics to an extreme with their Coronet, Challenger, and Roadrunner models. From Bumblebee tail stripes, Super Bee decals, RT side stripes, hood stripes, there's C stripes, Rally door decals, and of course that huge Plymouth call-out on the rear quarter panel. There's no mistaking the look is bold and at times even outrageous. Number 3, Winged Wonders. For 1970, Plymouth wanted to win NASCAR races so badly that they took their Roadrunner, pumped it up with the craziest steroids available at the time, added a pointy nose, fender wheel cutouts, and a huge rear wing, and they called their creation the Superbird. This car's sole purpose was to win races, but NASCAR rules required the car to be sold to the general public as well. And that means these were race cars that you could buy directly from the dealership, but still take to the supermarket and drive every single day. The Superbird and the Dodge Daytona cousin had 3 engine options with horsepower ratings between 375 all the way up to 425 horsepower. With 1,920 models made, the NASCAR rules changed the following year, and these extreme winged wonders were no more. Number 2, high impact colors. Unlike the cars of today where earth tone colors like sand and beige and gray are common, Chrysler took a totally different approach with their high impact color palette. Colors like plum crazy purple, pink panther, top banana, sassy grass, go mango, and curious yellow were the rage. And finally, the number one craziest sight seen at this year's Chrysler at Carlisle is the A12 option on the Plymouth Roadrunner. In 1969, the Plymouth Roadrunner was named the Motor Trend Car of the Year. And rightly so, with a standard 383 cubic inch engine making 335 horsepower. But if you reviewed the different options available for the Roadrunner, you'd find engine option code A12 on the list for a whopping $462. This option swapped out the standard engine for the massive 440 cubic inch 7.2 liter monster with 3 2 barrels, 10-to-1 compression, making 390 horsepower. This option also included a bunch of other upgrades like the rear differential, brakes, and tires. But just as important as all the performance upgrades that you got with the A12 is the effort that this option package put into saving weight as well. Anything that added extra weight to the car was removed with this option package. There was no air conditioning. Any extra cosmetic pieces like molding and trim work were deleted. You couldn't get hubcaps. A specific lightweight, no-gloss fiberglass hood was added in place of the standard stock steel hood. And what's probably the craziest feature of this option package, no hood hinges. That's right. These cars had their hood hinges removed at the factory and replaced with a set of pins on all 4 corners, which required 2 people to pull the pins and lift the hood off for those times when you just simply want to check the oil in the engine. But with all the outrageous sights at this year's Chrysler Carlisle show, special consideration goes out to the myriad of different shapes, sizes, and designs of side scoops, indentations, and air extractors. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing and check out some of the other cool videos on the East Coast Classics YouTube channel as well. Thanks so much.